everybody. Hey. Hope y'all having a good morning so far. It's going to be a collective reading. So take whatever resonate and leave the rest. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'm going to shuffle these cards up, then we're going to get right into it. And one time. Let's see what's going on this Saturday. Mountain. Alright, Spirit. What's going on a Saturday morning? Who's in the energy? What's in the energy? What's going on, Spirit? Please give me the messages from my collective. So we got dancing with the devil in the reverse, taking a risk in the reverse. So, collective, you could not be taking a risk at this time. You don't want to dance with the devil. There's nothing for you to be aware of because you're not willing to take a risk. You could know that someone doesn't love themselves, and this is why you're not willing to take a risk with them, because you feel like they need to focus on loving themselves. And you feel like if you were to take a risk with this person, you would be dancing with the devil. But since you already know what you know, you're not willing to take this risk. And you could be an alchemist. You could have the ability to turn what was meant to destroy you into something beautiful and fruitful. So you could have alchemized the situation. And now you could be balanced, peaceful, or at peace and happy. You could be happy being as though you didn't decide to take a risk to dance with the devil, someone who doesn't love themselves, because they could have imbalanced you, interfered with your peace, interfered with your happiness. Maybe they didn't want you to love yourself. Then we got celestial alignment, starseed activation. So you could be being activated at this time because you are a starseed. And you're not willing to deal with anyone who hasn't put in the work on themselves. Or you're just not willing to take a risk to deal with people who haven't loved themselves. Because you feel like they will not be able to love you if they don't even love themselves. So you could not be allowing anybody to ruin your happiness. Then we got new idea in the reverse. So someone could have wanted you to lack ideas. They didn't want you to be able to start something new, start a project, start a business. Because you are an ancient Egyptian goddess of Isis. And we got breaking free in the reverse. So they didn't want you breaking free. Breaking free from the devil energy. Dealing with somebody that's the devil that haven't worked on themselves. So pretty much they didn't want you to be able to free yourself. Then we got the tree of life. So you could be coming into infinite possibilities, connecting to the divine within you and all around you, because you are now aligned and activated. Then we have the blue. Someone could be in their feelings about this collective. They could be in their emotions, all in their head. Maybe they're all in their head, in their emotions, because they don't have the ability to break free from something that they are in. And they could be scared to break free from whatever this is or whoever this is. They could be choosing not to break free because they don't love themselves. Maybe they feel like they don't know how to love themselves. Now, they could be wanting peace, wanting balance, wanting to be happy, but again, they don't know how to break free from whatever they're in or whoever they are around. They could be realizing that this person or this environment, these people that they are around are blocking any ideas that could possibly come to them to have them gaining infinite possibilities. So they could feel blocked around a person or around people or an environment, but they don't know how to break free. Like I said, they could be scared to. So they don't want to take a chance. They don't want to take a risk. So even though they know that whatever this is bad for them or it's not helping them move forward in any way, shape, or form, they're too scared to break free, move forward, take a chance. Then we got Fuego in a reverse. So they could be realizing if this is a person that they are with, they could be realizing that they don't share chemistry with this person. They're lacking passion for this person. So they could be with someone that they're falling out of love with or they had no love for, but they're staying stuck to this person. Then we got turned in the upright. So this could be someone who is a party animal. So they could be stuck to a certain person because they party with this person. So they could be staying with a person for sex, drugs, and alcohol. Maybe this person feeds their addictions. And this is why they're scared to break free. Maybe they feel like they will no longer have these surface pleasures to indulge in. Maybe they don't want to turn over a new leaf and stop being this party animal as well. Then we have receipts in a reverse. So maybe someone thought that they were going to have some sort of receipts on you, collective. Receipts about you turning up, you being a party animal. But there's nothing to expose here because you don't party. So because a person don't, or I won't say don't, refuses to break free from something that they are in, refuses to turn over a new leaf when it comes to turning up all the time, partying all the time, they wanted to make it seem like you were doing the same as well to feel better about why they do the things that they do, but they couldn't find anything on you to say that you are into the same things that they are into. And then we got soul family. So you could be connecting with your soul family, embracing, connecting with them, uplifting each other, while someone else could be stuck in a matrix. This could be someone who is a part of your soul family. Now, it was pretty much sideways. So maybe this person knows that they have to put in some sort of work to be able to connect with you, but they don't know how to. They don't know how to get out of whatever it is that they're in to put in the work, love themselves, or they're just scared to be by themselves and put the work in on themselves to be able to connect with you, someone that's a part of their soul family, because they're stuck in the matrix, repeating cycles, always partying, too afraid to take a risk, to make a change. Let me see, who could that be? I don't know what's the name of this song. My radio being retarded this morning. But the song Because of You is on. That's all I hear the girl keep saying, because of you. So maybe this person is trying to think of how to stop repeating cycles, or feel like they can't move forward. So because of you, they could be thinking about making a change, wanting to make a change, but just not taking any action yet. And then we got the Page of Swords in the upright. So this could be a Gemini or a Sagittarius. If this is a Gemini, we do have travel and news in the reverse. They could be returning from a trip or a vacation, and they could be wanting to send you a message, but they could be delaying sending this message. Maybe they're curious about you, curious to know if you would have the patience to wait for them, wait on them, to put the work in, or to leave a certain situation. But they could feel like you're going to be too defensive. Now, they could be wanting to be fair with you, but like I said, they could feel like you're going to be too defensive if they come towards you, send you a message about seeing if you would be willing to wait on them for them to put the work in or get unstuck from a situation. Now, if this person traveled recently, something could have happened during their travels. I don't know if they travel with a Sagittarius. What else for my collective spirit? Any more, plenty more. What's the tea for me, for we? What's the tea, spirit, for my collective? So we got the Empress in the reverse. So they could be wanting to message you as well about a Sagittarius that they view as an Empress in the reverse, or a Taurus. Or this Sag could just have Taurus in their chart. They could be wanting to vent to you about this person. They could be wanting to conversate with you, tell you that they want to free themselves, but they don't know how to, from this Empress in a reverse. They could be wanting to vent to you, tell you that they know that this Empress in a reverse, this Sag with Taurus in their chart, is insecure, that they have a lack of self-confidence, a lack of growth, or they could be telling you that they don't see this as somebody that they could grow with, because they feel like this person has domineering tendencies and they're very careless. So this person could just want to come to you and vent to you, tell you why they will want you to have patience, or why you had to wait, or why there's been a delay when it came to them coming towards you to communicate with you. Then we got giving, charity and giving in the upright. So they could be wanting to gift you, or they could be saying that this Empress in a reverse, they try to have control over their employment or over your employment, collective. So they could be telling you that this Sagittarius, this Empress in a reverse, have been investing and trying to control you, control your employment, control the money and support that you receive. And they could have found out about this. So this is why they're viewing this Empress in a reverse as having domineering tendencies, because they could have found out something in regards to this Empress in a reverse trying to control your finances. And we got the Hierophant in the upright. So yeah, this Sagittarius, they could be a part of a society. Maybe this Sag in this society that they are a part of, they could have all took part of trying to control your finances, control the support you get. This Gemini could also be curious to know if you know about this, or if they would just be giving you some valuable information. Now, these could be people that pretend to be religious people, but they like to control people, control their finances, control their support. Then we got heartbreak in the reverse. So they could be seeing that you're not heartbroken. Maybe this society wanted to be able to break your heart when it came to them trying to have control and authority over your finances, over your support. So maybe as well, they could have tried to break your faith so that you wouldn't continue to get support. Maybe they didn't want you working on something where you was getting support. So they could have tried to break your faith to see if you were going to stop doing whatever this is where you get support. Then we got Bye Felicia. So this person, this Gemini, could be wanting to leave this Empress in the reverse. Like I said, say thank you next and leave this person and not care because they no longer have feelings for this person. Now, I don't know why they feel tied to this person. Maybe they feel like this person could have control and authority over their finances as well. And this could be a boss, their boss. Or they could know whoever this person's boss is, and they feel like if they were just to leave this person, that something will happen to their job. They will lose their job, lose their support, or some sort of finances. Maybe this Empress in the reverse have been financing something for them, giving them money, giving them support to be with them. But this person could just be fed up and wanting to leave this person alone, regardless of the loss that they feel like they will have to take. So they could be willing to take this loss. But they could be paranoid about taking this risk to leave this person alone because they know that we got security at the bottom of the deck, the King of Pentacles. They can know that their security could be at risk. So they could be trying to move cautious to get away from this person that they view as insecure. They view this Empress in the reverse as too guarded. They could also feel like this person is paranoid as well. always trying to keep tabs on this masculine or on this person to see if they're going to leave. Maybe they're scared that this person is going to leave them. So they could be watching this person heavy because they know that they no longer care about them. And then we got red flag in the reverse. So they could no longer be worrying about the warning signs. They could no longer care that it's a risky situation if they choose to leave this insecure Empress in a reverse. So they could have had a build up of emotions or had to really contemplate if this is what they wanted to do. And now they could just be coming to the point where they just don't care and they're ready to leave this person because they feel like they're too insecure and controlling. And we got the dark night of the soul. So this person could be going through the dark night of the soul. They are facing past and present traumas for healing purposes. So maybe this person had to revisit the past with this person to be able to heal, realize what they wanted and what they didn't want. What else for my collective spirit? What's the tea? Any more, plenty more. What's the tea for me, Furry? So we got penny pinching in the upright. So this person know that when they leave this person, they're going to be penny pinching, financially struggling, saving up, having a budget, or they know that this Empress in a reverse is the reason why you were penny pinching, collective, because they had some sort of control over your finances, over the support that you get. Now, this could be because they have some sort of access to be able to control things in regards to your support and finances, or they know someone that is in this position and they could have gotten this person, demanded this person to try to stop your support or slow it down in some sort of way. Could be a Taurus. And then we got lipstick evidence in the upright. So this person could also be cheating. They could have got caught cheating with this person. So they could have been going through the dark night of the soul when they cheated with this person. So they could have betrayed you, collective, by cheating with this person. So if you were with a Gemini, they could have been going through the dark night of the soul and they ended up cheating with this Empress in a reverse with this Sagittarius. Then we got my boo in a reverse. So they could no longer want this person to be their boo because, like I said, they don't have any feelings for this Empress in a reverse any longer. They don't want to have an open relationship with this person. They don't want to see this person any longer. And then we got skirt in a reverse as well. So if this was a person, well, if this Gemini was running away from a connection with you, collective, they can no longer want to be the runner in the situation because they view you as a high vibing, someone that they could have good vibes with, or they know that you have good vibes, collective, and that they could live life to the fullest with you. But they could have viewed or cheated with this person because they viewed the situation with them as just enjoying the present moment. So they were just in the moment with this person when they cheated with this person. It's like I said, they was in the dark night of the soul. This is someone that don't love themselves. So They just be doing anything, pretty much partying, indulging in sex, drugs, and alcohol. Then we got the come up in a reverse. So they could, if they viewed this person as a come up and decided to go towards this person, they could no longer be viewing this person as a come up any longer, because they know that they're an empress in a reverse. They're just insecure, domineering, and very controlling, very careless. So they could just really be seeing this empress in a reverse as who they truly are. What else for my collective? Any more, plenty more. What's the tea, spirit, for me, for we? What's the tea? So we got supersize me in the upright. So this is someone that they view as doing too much. They feel like this person does things in the excess, or they could be controlling excessively. So they try to have control over everything, over everybody. So not only did they want to have control over you, collective, they also wanted to have control over this masculine or over this feminine. So they like to overindulge when they do things. They could have also been realizing that this empress in the reverse was trying to do some sort of magic or witchcraft on you to make you overindulge, make you overeat so that you could gain weight, or they was doing something to make you gain weight. So they could have been doing spells on your weight as well as trying to get you to overeat. So they wanted those two things to pretty much work together. So if you were just overeating or eating too much, you may have just thought this was normal, but no, it was because this empress in a reverse was doing some spell work on you to make you gain weight. Then we got lost girl in the upright, because this is someone who's lost, who don't love themselves. They take risks. So they could have thought that dealing with this masculine, cheating with this masculine was a way out. Maybe they were trying to take some sort of gift or money from you, collective, because they were looking for a way out of a certain situation and felt like you and this masculine was their way out. Then we got cutting through the BS in the reverse. So this is not someone who is head over heart. They're not confident. They're not analytical. They don't have the ability to cut through BS. Or this Gemini could be realizing that they didn't have the ability to cut through this Empress in a reverse's BS. So they could have seen this person in the beginning as everything that they are not. And now they could be seeing this person as the complete opposite. Not confident, insecure, not analytical. This is someone careless. They just do anything, do things, any access, like to overindulge. They could be seeing that this Empress in a reverse, they like to indulge in surface pleasures as well. And that could be why they even connected with this person, because they were into the same things. But now, since this masculine is going through or coming out of this dark night of the soul, they're no longer wanting to indulge in these surface pleasures. So now that they're not into the same things, they could be realizing that they're just not compatible with this person, or this person is no good for what they're trying to achieve, because they could be on this healing journey or want to be on this healing journey. They could now want to vibrate higher so that they could get abundant opportunities. They feel like with this person, they're not able to get any abundant opportunities. They don't feel abundant around this Empress in a reverse, because they could feel like this Empress in a reverse is always looking to get a come up off of someone else by trying to control other people's finances, have access to other people's finances, steal from people, scam people. So they could be seeing this feminine as not being able to get it on their own. Like they're always seeking help from trying to take from others, control others. Then we got strength in the upright. So this masculine, this Gemini, they could be trying to gain the strength because they're going through a transformation at this time. Like I said, they could be coming out of this dark night of the soul, making this transformation, and they could be needing to remain strong. What else for my collective spirit? Then we got black sheep in the upright. So they could feel like a black sheep. They could be rebelling, or they could see that they were just rebelling, going against expectations, defying norms. And they really feel like they will not be able to build generational wealth with this Empress in a reverse. They wouldn't be able to build a legacy off this person, because they know that all this person do is take from others, try to control others. So they know that they're not going to be able to build any generational wealth doing this with this feminine, this Empress in a reverse. Any more for my collective? So we got divine timing. So all of this could have had to play out in divine timing for this masculine to realize who he was dealing with, for him to awaken, to want more, to make a change. So like I said, they could have needed patience. They could have wanted you to have patience with them, because they were strategizing how to get unstuck from this Empress in a reverse and come and have a clear path with you, or to be able to clear their path so that they could plan better. What else for my collective spirit? Any more, plenty more. What's the tea for me, for we? What's the tea, spirit? So we got reading up. So this person could be doing some sort of research, trying to learn more about you, or learn more about clearing their path, more about generational wealth, how to get on their path to healing. So if this is someone that's just getting into their spirituality, or just getting on the journey, they could be trying to research and learn more to better understand why certain things had to play out like this, or what it means to pretty much transform, or what all they have to do to be able to make this transformation successful. So they could just be getting more knowledge about spirituality, gaining more insight. And then we got abundance, because they can know that you're on your journey. They could be researching you, learning more from you, and they could be seeing that you're abundant, or they could be viewing you as abundant, because they could already know what you're capable of pretty much obtaining because of this Empress in a reverse that they were with. They watched this person, or found out that this person had some sort of control over your support and money. So they already knew what you were receiving, and they could view you as very abundant. They know that you have an overflow of blessings. So they could just be wanting to get on the path. And then we got Bonnie and Clyde. So this could have been someone that they viewed themselves as Bonnie and Clyde, with ride or die, them against the world. This could have been a dedicated partnership until they got tired of this person's BS, or until they went through this dark night of the soul and came out of it and realized this wasn't something that they wanted, or this wasn't the path that they wanted to take to be able to get abundance. Any more for my collective spirit? Any more, plenty more. What's the tea for me, for we? I swear, y'all, my radio be hating, dog. Because they know I be referencing the songs or whatever, and they don't be wanting to show me the title. And then the stations that I be liking, most of the times they don't be available. Like, they be hating, dog. So we got spiritual awakening in the reverse. So this person know that if they were to stay in this dedicated partnership or stay dedicated to this person, that they will not be able to have this spiritual awakening. They won't be activated. They won't be able to get on this path to healing. So they could know that this person is just a setback, because all this person wants to do, this Empress in the reverse, is party. Have sex, party, do drugs together. That's all they want to do. So they know that if they stay with this person, if they stay dedicated to this partnership of trying to control other people's finances and support, that they're not only not going to be able to build generational wealth, they're not going to be able to heal and have an overflow of blessings. Then we got spilling the beans in the upright. So they could be wanting to come towards you, collective, and spill the beans about what this Empress has been doing, even if they helped this person or knew what this person was doing. They could now be wanting to reveal the secrets about what they've been doing to try to control your support and your finances, or a gift that they've taken. So the cat could be out of the bag, or it's about ready to. So they could view this person as untrustworthy. So they could know that they can't trust this Empress in a reverse. Maybe they stole from them, and this is why this Gemini is wanting to come and spill the beans to you, because they could have not only been trying to steal from you, collective, but they could have also stole from this masculine, or did something to this masculine, even though they was supposed to be working together. So now they don't trust this person. And then we have numbing in a reverse. So instead of this person always running to their addictions, they could be trying to let these addictions go. Let any irrational behavior that they had towards you go, because now they know who's the one that's not to be trusted. So they could be viewing themselves as not having any self-awareness, or they view themselves like they didn't have any self-awareness when it came to this Empress in a reverse. Like I said, they could have viewed them as being in the upright, and now they could be seeing that this person is just in a reverse. They're just toxic, very controlling, and careless. Excuse me. So we got lift off in a reverse as well. So they could not be taking fast action with this person. They don't want to progress things forward. So like I said, they could be trying to strategize on how to leave this person out in the cold. What else for my collective spirit? Any more, plenty more. What's the tea for me, for we? So we got puzzled in the reverse as well. So they're not confused any longer. So where they thought or where they once had no self-awareness when it came to this person, they could no longer be confused. They could no longer be conflicted about which way to go or how to release themselves from this person, from this situation, from this partnership. As they know if they stay with this person, they're going to get karma, or they could have already been experiencing karma. And this is how they know that this person is no good, or they should stop what they're doing with this person, because they could be getting bad karma from doing this, from teaming up with this person. Then we got kinky ways in a reverse. So this could have been someone that was once fulfilling their fantasies and fetishes, but they're no longer wanting to be sexually open with this person. So they could be rejecting this person sexually. Any more, spirit? Any more, plenty more? What's the seat for me, for we? So they could be viewing this person as bad karma, bad luck. So we got graduation day in the upright. So this masculine could be graduating. They could be leveling up, learning their lessons, because they could have acquired some sort of wisdom, something that they didn't know before, they know now. Exactly. Light bulb moment. So they could be having a sudden realization about themselves as well as about this person, realizing what they want and what they don't want, what they need to do and what they need to stop doing. So they could be feeling inspired to make this change, to move forward, because of this awareness that they now have. So where they once had lack of self-awareness, now they're fully aware of what's going on and who they're around, who they're attached to, and what they need to do. Then we got bonding in the upright. So this person could want to bond with you, connect with you. This person, like I said, they could be doing some research. You could be teaching this person. They could be learning from you. You could be a mother. You could be a nurturer. So they could be in this learning phase, or they could have watched you during your learning phase when you were just a student, and now they see that you have built yourself up to be this teacher. Yes, it is. Grand Rising. Any more for my collective spirit? So we got snack. So they either view this person as a snack, and this is why they indulge with this person in the past. Because like I said, this is someone that they could party with. They could have viewed this person as sexually appealing. So they could have been obsessed with this person sexually and physically attractive. So this could be someone that looks really good. They could be pretty. They could be very appealing to the eye. And this is why this person, this Gemini, went for this Empress in a reverse. And then we got rebound. So they could have also chose this person or been with this person because they were okay with being a rebound. Or they could have thought that they could make you a rebound collective. But they knew that this person was flighty. They was okay with just coming in for sex. So whenever this person wanted sex, they were there. So they knew that they could be in and out with this person. They knew that this person was okay with being a temporary option. So they knew that they didn't have to have any clear intentions when it came to this Empress in a reverse, because they're insecure. Then we got Akashic Records in a reverse. So this, I'm about to call her karmic. But this Empress in a reverse, they could have been trying to access your Akashic Records, but they could be realizing that they're blocked. So If they thought that they was going to have control over your gifts, they can't have any power and authority nor control over your gifts, because they can't even access your Akashic records. They're actually blocked from this person. And then we got regret in a reverse. So this person, this Gemini, they could be no longer in regret, no longer feeling like they made a mistake. Maybe they're feeling like they had to go through all of this, like I said, to realize what they want and what they don't want. So now they could, if they once was viewing this as a missed opportunity, they could no longer be seeing it as such. Maybe they know that they just have to put in the work, do the work to be able to come towards you. So they could no longer be disappointed. They could be feeling inspired because they actually want to do the work now. And then we got made man in the upright. So this could be a self-made leader, a businessman. They could like to wear suits, or they could dress really nice. They could be dark-skinned, handsome. They could like to wear shades. And they could be on a plane. I don't know if they're traveling on a plane or whatever. Maybe their flight got delayed if they're going somewhere, because we do have returning from a trip or a vacation, bad timing. So maybe it's bad timing because their flight could have got delayed, or like I said, something could have happened during these travels. So they could have been trying to message you, but maybe communication is blocked, or they're being blocked from messaging you. Maybe they don't have any service, or they could be on this plane. I don't know if the plane got rerouted somewhere else, or they got, I don't know, something could have got mixed up to where their flight is longer, so they could not be able to use their phone. So they could have thought that after they got off this plane that they would be able to hop in a car and get on the phone with you or call you, but they could be blocked. I don't know if this is someone that you have blocked, or like I said, their flight could just be taking longer, or maybe something happened on this plane to where they're having trouble, what you call that? Deporting. And we got dirty money in a reverse. So like I said, if they were making dirty money with this Empress in a reverse, they're no longer wanting to make this dirty money. They're no longer wanting to launder money, steal money, do anything illegal to get their money, because they know that they wouldn't be able to build generational wealth if they continue to make dirty money. So they could be wanting to be legit now, be a businessman, do things in the upright, so that they can build a legacy, have something to leave behind that's legit. What else from my collective spirit? Any more, plenty more. What's the tea for me, for we? So we got making peace. So yeah, this could be someone that wants to make peace with you, collective, because they saw or was able to see the error in their ways. They were able to see what the problem was, pinpoint the problem, and now they're wanting to make necessary changes. After all the drama and side eye, someone's ready to drop the aggression. The energy is shifting from war zone to neutral ground. So yeah, if this is someone where it was a lot of drama. They could have been side-eyeing you because this Empress in a reverse could have tried to make it seem like you were the untrustworthy one, like you weren't to be trusted. You were stealing from them whole time. It was them, the person that was right next to them, that they decided to cheat with. Hello. So now they could no longer be looking at you with the side because they know who is the one that isn't to be trusted, because they could have caught this person doing something. They could have also found some sort of receipts of this person traveling to somewhere to do something. Now, I don't know if this Sagittarius, this Empress in a reverse, came back home from a trip or vacation and they realized that this masculine either left them or they just came back to bad news, or came back to this person telling them that they no longer want to be with them. They're wanting to lead a situation. So they could have told this person straight to their face, I no longer want to be with you. You're too controlling. You're too careless, too reckless, and you're insecure. What else, Spirit? What else for my collective? Any more? Whoa. Any more? Plenty more. What's the tea for me, for we, Spirit? So we got court date in reverse. So I don't know if a court date has ended. So if they were in court with this person, going back and forth to court with this person, maybe it's over. Hello. Or they could no longer want to take someone to court. They could, so if they were trying to take you to court, collective, because this Empress in a reverse could have tried to lie on you, make it seem like you did something that you didn't do, they could no longer want to take you to court. They could just want to make peace instead. Come and tell you the truth, or tell you that they know the truth, that they've had a realization of who was doing what. So there's no need to even go to court anymore. What else for my collective? Any more, plenty more. What's the tea? It's 12:12 on the clock, y'all, and 11:11 on my car clock. Any more for my collective? Any more, plenty more. What's the tea for me, for we, Spirit? So we got test results in the upright. So they could have gotten some sort of test results. The guesswork is over. An answer is coming that will clarify everything or complicate it even more. So they could have gotten some sort of results that could have given them the answer that they needed to either take action on something or to not take action. So if this Empress in a reverse was trying to say that they were pregnant, they could be finding out that this person isn't pregnant. So maybe they felt like they would have had to go to court to try to get a DNA test if this Empress in a reverse was really pregnant, but they could be finding out that they're not pregnant, which is why they're able to move forward. Maybe they were staying stuck because they thought that this person was pregnant, but they could be finding out that this person isn't pregnant. And then we got situationship in a reverse. So this is someone they're no longer wanting to have a situationship with, because they know that they stir up a lot of drama and they just want to be drama free. They knew that if they were to continue on having a situationship with this Empress in a reverse, that it would be nothing but drama. Any more, Spirit? Woski. So we got fantasy world in a reverse. So this person is no longer living in a fantasy world. They're no longer head in the clouds, heart chasing fairy tales, or just what glitters. They're no longer wanting to chase things that look good, surface pleasures. They're no longer wanting to have a secret affair. So if this is someone that you were with, collective, and they had a secret affair with this Empress in a reverse, they're no longer wanting to have secret affairs. They're no longer wanting to live in this fantasy world. They realize what it is and realize what they want to do, who they want to be with, or the path that they want to go on. So they can no longer want to hide things, be sneaky, have a situationship. So maybe this situation needed patience as well. Because like I said, they could have chose this Empress in a reverse or stayed with this person because, like I said, they thought that they got this person pregnant. So they could have been afraid to come towards you because they thought that they were going to have to tell you that they got this person pregnant, and they could have known that you wouldn't want to make peace with them. So that could have also been why patience was needed. But like I said, in the divine timing, the truth was going to come out. Everything was going to come out. So maybe this Empress in a reverse could have also been telling this masculine that they were pregnant but not showing any proof. So maybe this masculine just got tired of time passing. They could have just not been gaining any weight, or they could just realize that this person was just trying to overeat, overindulge to make themselves gain weight. And this is why they could have thought that they were actually pregnant as well. But then they could have had this person take a pregnancy test in front of them. So they could have got faked out by a fake pregnancy test. So this Empress could have done all this because they were looking for a way out and they wanted to stay stuck to this masculine. Maybe because this masculine is a businessman, they could have money, and they wanted to stay tied to this masculine because they thought that this masculine would be their way out. They could have been in a situation that wasn't so good, or they just saw this masculine pretty much as a meal ticket. So they thought that having an affair with them and then trying to get pregnant by them or claim that they were pregnant will have them tied to this masculine so that they could keep getting money, take this person's money. Then we got drama queen. Yeah, because this a drama queen. They like drama. Don't get pulled into the drama. Even if peace showed up, they start a fight out of boredom. So like I said, they know that this Empress in the reverse is careless. They drama. They all about drama. This all they care about is stirring up drama. They get a thrill out of it. Then we got boiling point. So they could be at their boiling point. They could be upset because this masculine is wanting to break free, no longer wanting to deal with them and their bullshit. Pressure has been building for too long. This situation is one spark away from full-blown combustion. So this masculine could also be reaching their boiling point because now that they're realizing what all this Empress in the reverse has been doing to stay tied to them. So they could be pissed the hell off. They're like, yo, they could probably be ready to go upside this bitch head. Like, yo, you did all this. Is you fucking serious, dog? If you don't get the fuck away from me. So they could be trying to travel away from this person in a hurry. Maybe, like I said, if this drama queen, this Empress in the reverse, came back from a trip or a vacation, could have been funded by this masculine. They could have got met with this masculine wanting to fight, or telling them off about themselves because they reached their boiling point with this person. So while this person was on a trip or vacation, or they could have even sent this person off on a trip or vacation just so that they could do some research on this person, look into this person's things as well. So if they were staying together, they could have took this as the perfect time to look into their belongings, and they could have found some evidence about what this person was doing, what they were into. Then we got cancel in the reverse. So if they knew that this drama queen was trying to get you at your boiling point to try to get you canceled, you're not getting canceled, collective, because they are the ones that's being seen as this drama queen. The truth is out that they're the ones that's actually not to be trusted and not you. So you're not having a fall from grace. And we got spill tea in a reverse as well. This drama queen thought that they would have some tea to spill on you, but it ain't no tea to spill. So they could have thought that they were going to be able to profit off of gossiping about you, but they could no longer gossip, or no longer want to be gossip, no longer want to gossip about you, because they realize that they're not getting anything from it. And then we got wedding day. So this masculine could want to get married to you, collective, now that they're done with this drama queen. And like I said, know what they want versus what they don't want. There's a wedding going down from me to we, from uncertain to official. Everything feels so much more defined now. Thank you. All right, what else for my collective? Any more, plenty more. What's the tea? So we got a father's love. So this masculine could want to be a father as well. So this could be another reason, like I said, why they stayed with this Empress in a reverse, because they thought that they were pregnant and they were just happy to have a child. Maybe this is someone with no children. This could have been or was going to be their first child. So they could have been happy about this because they don't have any children, but they could want to get married to you, collective, and have a child with you because they just want to be able to love a child, give a child love that they never received. This is a collective reading. Even when it's dark, I'm telling you. I don't want to turn the song up too loud because they always copyright my shit. I'm trying to listen to the words because I don't know the exact words, but hold on. So this Empress in the reverse, they could feel like they're losing control at this time. Look, the card just flipped over on the floor, y'all. Hold up. So we got the sword of truth. That's what fell on the floor, y'all. So this Empress in the reverse, they know that you hold the sword of truth. They knew that you been the truth the whole time, that you know the truth about them. That's funny. This shit flipped right on the floor. Ain't no card flipped on the floor this whole reading. Any more for my collective spirit? Any more, plenty more. What's the tea? we got love bombing. So they could be trying to love bomb this masculine, or this masculine could be trying to love bomb you. They could be trying to love bomb you because you know the truth. You know the truth that they were once dedicated to this Empress in a reverse. So they could be trying to shower you with affection. But they could just be wanting to get what they want out of the situation as well. Or they could know that this Empress in a reverse was just love bombing them for their personal gain, trying to get what they wanted out of the situation, which was money. Then we got make or break any upright. So yeah, collective, when it came to dealing with this drama queen and them trying to have control over your support, your finances, take a gift from you, you could have had a choice to make if you were going to allow this to make you or break you. Or this could also be the energy that this masculine was in. They could have realized that it was either they were going to allow this Empress in a reverse to make them or break them. So they could be just giving up on this because they know that this person is only going to break them. And we got wine and dine in the reverse. So they could no longer want to wine and dine this feminine because they could have spent a lot of money on this Empress in the reverse. And we got miracles in a reverse as well. So like I said, they could have realized that they were just getting bad karma from dealing with this Empress in a reverse. Blessings weren't coming in. Or you could have been wondering why blessings weren't coming in. And this is because this Empress in a reverse was trying to have control and authority over your employment, over any type of money that you received, over any support that you received. And that's why it seemed like you weren't getting any blessings, like there weren't any miracles, because this person had control or access in some sort of way. And then we got laughter in the upright. So you could be at a time or about to be at a time where you'll be able to laugh about the situation. You'll be more happy because you could be healing, continuing on your healing journey. You could be in nature right now or needing to, to be able to connect with Mother Gaia and get grounded. Or you could be doing this currently. You could be in some water. You could be at a beach or something. You could like to be around nature, go to parks. Then we got twin flame. So this person is wanting to marry you. They could be your twin flame collective. So there could be a yin and yang pulling of the heartstrings, because you could have a soul mission with this person. And it could have just taken divine timing for things to come together. So the divine could have been strategizing, asking you to have patience because they were generating a clear path and plan for this to all come together. Oh. And then we have high priestess in the upright, because you could be a high priestess. You could be very intuitive, receiving downloads straight from the source. So maybe you knew that you just had to be patient in the situation because you knew that the divine was working behind the scenes. So you may not have known exactly what they were doing or how they were doing it. You just knew that you had to remain patient. And then we had lucky break in a reverse, because this Empress in a reverse didn't want you to be able to have a lucky break. And this is why they were trying to control your employment, control your money, control the community and any support that you were receiving from the community. They didn't want you to have any good fortune. They didn't want good things to come towards you. They didn't want your life to be at a turning point where things were looking up for you. So they could have not wanted you to connect with this twin flame, and that's why they wanted to intervene, cheat with this person so that they could possibly get pregnant and keep them stuck to them, because they didn't want you to be able to be happy with this person, be able to heal with this person, or heal something with this person, heal the connection with them. Any more, Spirit? So we got karmics in a reverse. So yeah, this definitely was a karmic. Whoever this Empress in a reverse is, this Sag or this Taurus or this Sag with Taurus in their chart. So this masculine, they could definitely no longer want to have third parties. We done got that out here like 3 different times, that they no longer want to have situationships, no longer want to have secret affairs, no longer want to have third parties, because they know that these karmics are just haters. So they could realize that them dealing with these karmics was just them not learning their lesson. And then we got brick wall in the reverse. So if this is someone that was once guarded towards you, someone that was hard to reach, someone that was defensive towards you, they could no longer want to be defensive towards you or have their defenses up. So now you could be realizing that this person is putting their guards down when it comes to you. And then we got SOS in the reverse as well. So they could see that you're not guarded as well. You're not in distress. Maybe they feel like you were going to need assistance because of what this Empress in a reverse was doing, or what they chose to dedicate themselves to with this Empress in a reverse. Thank y'all for all the love. Any more for my collective? Okay. So we got recognition in the upright. So collective, you could be getting recognition. The universe will help you recognize signs and miracles. You could have been needing patience when it came to getting the recognition you deserve, because you could have been in an illusion, or there could have been people in an illusion because of this Empress having people in an illusion, or having you in an illusion. Avoid the trap of mistaken fantasy for real soul connection. So this masculine could have also been in an illusion, thinking that this was their person or who they were supposed to be with. So like I said, this person could have just been a fantasy for this person. They were fulfilling their fantasies and fetishes, and they could have took it as a real soul connection whole time they were in an illusion. And we got movement. Think of a special moment that brought you and your partner a lot of joy. So this could be someone that you laughed with, that you were happy with, happy around. So you could just need to think about those moments. And maybe you're realizing that this is someone that you never really had bad vibes with. It could have always been good vibes, high vibing around this person, and they could be realizing that as well. Then we got acceleration. Speed up and chase the results you want. So if you want this person, collective, go ahead and go get them. And if this person wants you, they need to take action and come and get you, collective. So we got reconciliation. So yeah, this could be someone that you're reconciling with, or you could just be reconciling with yourself at this time. Then we have Cupid. Love is in the air when Cupid is around. Then we got boundary. Having sensible boundaries is important. So either you could be knowing that, or that could have been the lesson for the both of you, is to know how to put up boundaries, or to put up boundaries before anything else. So they could be learning how to put up boundaries when it comes to anyone outside of their relationships, or outside of this soul connection. So they could have learned to have boundaries. Y'all could have both learned to have boundaries. I'm going to get a few more, then I'm going to close this thing out. You know what I mean? All right, any last messages for my collective spirit? So we got allure. This person was definitely allured. Consider this situation carefully. So this person definitely needed to consider this situation carefully, or you may need to consider this situation carefully. Really see if this person has learned their lesson. So take things slow with this person to see if they're still able to be allured by fantasy. And then we got love in the reverse. Love can conquer everything. Maybe it can't conquer everything if this person is still able to be allured by fantasy. So like I said, really, before you jump into a marriage with this person, before you say I do, really see if this masculine has learned their lesson when dealing with karmics, when cheating, trying to have you in a situationship. Like I said, just make sure that this person has their boundaries up and know how to have control. Know that they're not able to be a lord any longer before you step into a marriage with this person. But yeah, collective, hello, that has been your reading. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, share, and subscribe. Anybody wanting a personal read, have any questions, would like to have an event session, or would like to donate, that information on how to is in the description below this video. If you cannot see it just yet, once the video process, you will be able to see all that in the description below the video. But yeah, I hope y'all have a good rest of the day on this Saturday. You means relax, have fun, do whatever you do on a Saturday or whatever. But yeah, deuces, you means. I holla.